Hey, hey, Capricorn, how you doing? How's March treating you thus far? CEO of the Zodiac? Well, I guess let's find out, right? Let's dive in. Let's see. Spirit, what do you want to tell Capricorn? The month of March, Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising. What do they need to know, Spirit, this month to live their best life? Capricorn, to experience the most joy, most fulfillment, most creativity, love possible. They've got a lot of cards for you. Okay. Got a lot to say. All right, Capricorn. Capricorn. Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising. Wow, beautiful way to kick off. I knew there was a reason. You know, you're always, of course, Capricorn, I know you know this about yourself. You are the CEO of the Zodiac regardless. But I had a feeling when I was calling you the CEO of the Zodiac that we were going to see this fellow, the Emperor, showing up. And he shows up in a powerful position in your future. Okay. Wow. All right. Okay, Capricorn, you have, like I said, a really beautiful start to your reading. The Strength card crossed by the Fool. Now, no Capricorn that I know likes to look like a fool, but the Fool is not the idiot. The Fool is the holy fool with a capital F, you know, the Jesuses and the John Lennons and those of us who are willing to be a dreamer. And again, Capricorn, you practical soul, you know that a dream is just the beginning of a goal, right? So something that feels beautiful, something that feels fun. You've been holding back long enough. I think you're feeling it too. I think you're feeling that you're done with a phase in your life where you feel alienated, where you feel unheard, where you feel a little bit like okay, I'm not saying that this is true, but the feeling is like no one's helping you. The feeling is like, I'm so tired, I'm exhausted. Like, is there an end in sight? Is anybody hearing me? Am I invisible? Do I not have a voice? Jan, Brady Bunch movie? No? Anybody? Okay, I'm gonna stop. You need to take care of you and be devoted to you this month, Capricorn. It's time to shore up your strength. You're moving toward an incredibly, we'll get to this in a second, you're moving toward an incredibly powerful moment, which is the time to be looking at that inner strength and looking at how you can take care of you and how you can have the courage to jump in full force, full faith, into what feels like a pretty significant endeavor. For some of you, it feels like you've been at this for a long time and you're kind of coming to a finish line. And for others of you, it's like, this is the beginning. So of course, these are general readings, Capricorn, and I'll get several messages. And I want you to know that if something doesn't resonate with you, don't worry about that. Let that go. That's for some other Capricorn. You can trust your own intuition when it comes to how these messages do and don't apply to you. If you're feeling cut off from someone or something, Capricorn, Spirit doesn't say this in judgment, they say it with love. Are you cutting yourself off? Are you in any way throwing up the gates and refusing because maybe you feel like, well, I've been pushed this far, why would I reach out? Why would I lower my guard? You lower your guard. That's kind of how it feels. Like, if you want something, you do it. I've been doing it. It feels a little bit like that. And I'm not getting after you, but the Five of Swords, which is hovering over the top of your reading, kind of is the card of cutting off your nose to spite your face. So, said with so much love, Capricorn, if you feel like you're doing that, that's part of why they're telling you to take care of yourself and be compassionate with yourself. Because here's the big secret, like those of us who cannot be compassionate with ourselves cannot be really compassionate with others, you know? And I know it doesn't mean that you can't be kind and you can't be sweet and you can't help each other, you know, help other people through their stuff. But if you've got a blind spot, you've got a fucking blind spot. And I think that it benefits you to soften just a little bit. Open up just a little bit. Strength, the Fool, the Page of Cups, like a big well of faith and compassion and willingness. That takes you to that Emperor point. Now, I want to say, for some of you, I'm feeling really fantastic things when it comes to like your money, your work, your career path. Sitting in the past, the Ace of Pentacles, the seed of a great idea. You know, this is like, ooh, I got this new job or this new job offer, or ooh, I just started doing this side hustle. And how is it going, Capricorn? Well, it damn well looks like it's going pretty fucking well. And again, whether that's a side hustle for you, whether that's your 9 to 5, whether that's a project that you started, whatever your Ace of Pentacles is, Capricorn, seize the day. That's what they're saying. Carpe diem. Seize the day. Emperor. The Emperor is control. The Emperor is order. The Emperor is discipline. The Emperor is, if I want it, then I have to build it. Only I can build it because it's my empire, right? What's your empire, Capricorn? And look, an empire is different for everybody because you're the emperor. I mean, that's the whole point. You get to choose. For some people, an empire is like, I have this amount of money and I have this amount of property and this. For other people, it's like, I have my own business and it thrives. Like, and maybe I'm not rich, but I have more than enough. Like, or for other people, it's like, I just want that steady job and an apartment and my bills paid and to feel comfy. That is a fucking great empire, okay? So don't be ranking your empire or comparing it to other people. That's the whole point. As I said, you're the emperor. It's your empire. What do you want to build? What would feel to you like, like I have my life in order. I am CEO of my life and it is thriving. What does that look like? Maybe you even want to do some visual exercises. There's I'll remember to link it below in the description, but if I don't, I swear this is not a shameless plug. Like, you know, take it for what it is. You're a Capricorn, you're going to be pragmatic about it. Over on patreon.com/madeleine.joan, if you go looking through the public posts, so these are free and open to everybody, there's a meditation that I made called The Secret of My Success, which is the secret of your success, that helps you go within and do a bit of a guided visualization to figure out what that looks like for you, feels like for you, and then how to actually execute to get it. Okay, so like I said, promise, like not a shameless plug. I really want that's available for everybody because I want everybody to fucking get what they want. The world will be a better place when we all feel like we have more than enough, and then, you know, we're more inclined to, you know, extend a hand to the next person and help them up. And that's what I want to do. That's what I feel like a lot of you guys want to do. So let's link up. Let's make this a good, strong chain. And spirits, when I said that, said chain lightning. Okay, chain lightning. Think. And with that, they're connecting me to this Ace of Swords, which is showing up as the possibilities. So, 5 of Swords, feeling tired, feeling cut off, feeling like what the fuck, basically, to, aha, I know what I think, I know what I want, I know how to get it. Chain lightning, enlightening, chain enlightening, can we say that? I alluded to the fact that I think money and just success in general, because success isn't always money to everybody. And some people are like, oh, I have money, that's not the problem. It's that I want this business off the ground, or it's that I want this project to really flourish or take hold. But for some of you, wealth stuff is looking fantastic, but regardless, it looks like a project that you've, again, it feels like a lot of you have been going after this for a long time and you're tired. 9 of Wands. This is showing up as where you find yourself. And I did say that Spirit pulled a couple of extra cards for you. The clarifier with the 9 of Wands. You know, if this had been 9 of Wands followed by the Tower, I might say save your energy. Maybe stop running toward this. Maybe it's not going to turn out so great. But 9 of Wands, in your case, followed by the Sun. Again, clarity, enlightenment, literal enlightenment. The light's coming on and seeing, oh, that's where I'm going. This is the path. This looks fucking great. Why was I confused? I was a little in my head. And that's what they're saying. You're a little in your head, drop into your heart. That's what that Page of Cups below, that's what that Fool, that Strength card. And it might sound a little ironic to ask you to drop into your heart to see how you want to build your empire, but it can't all be in the head, and it can't all be in the pocket. You know what I mean? This is something that makes you feel healthy, and for a lot of you it makes you feel like you're doing what you need to do, what you're meant to do. Spirit is bringing up again the idea, the concept of order and discipline, and they're bringing it up specifically because sitting in the position of the energy that is sort of available to you or around you is the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is a little bit of like, oh, like, you know, and you know, this doesn't sound like you, Capricorn, right? But a little bit of living in the fantasy. A little bit of like, oh, I don't know what I want. You know, this looks nice, this also looks cool, and that looks neat. And maybe throwing your energy a little bit, like spreading yourself a little thin. And that includes, like, energetically speaking, like, where are you putting your thoughts? Where are you putting your commitment, kind of? Think about that. Think about where you're putting your energy and time. Like, and this is how they're giving it to me. So, like, again, don't take this as any kind of judgment. This is just how they're putting it. If what you say is, like, my creative project or my job or my relationship or my whatever is my #1 priority, whatever it is for you, what's your empire, right? If I say that, but then I were to take an audit of what I spend my time doing and thinking about and putting my actual energetic capital into, does that look the same as what I say? Like, this is what I want and this is what I care about? Like, again, that's not a judgment. That is literally saying, Capricorn, you're a CEO, you're an emperor. You're smart enough to know if you're putting in the time and the thought into stuff that's actually going to turn out for you. For a lot of you, I feel that you are. And for those of you that don't feel like you are and you feel a little called out or read by that, like, statement, don't, like, triggers are teachers, okay? So if you feel triggered by something, it's because you're supposed to look at that. It's not because you're supposed to, like, oh no, gross, bad. Like, that's the opposite, like, of what you want to do. Strength. I'm going to come back to this Strength card, okay? In the typical Rider-Waite-Smith imagery, the Strength card is the card with the, like, lovely, gentle-looking lady, and she's kind of looking down and cradling the head of this roaring, open-mouthed lion. And the idea is that you don't need to whip yourself or punish yourself or shame or guilt yourself into doing what you need to do. You need to love and support and forgive and acknowledge yourself into getting what you want. And Capricorn, y'all can be pretty famous for a little self-flagellation, you know, no pain, no gain. Y'all can be a little famous for that kind of attitude. And you know what? Emperor, I get it. Military. I mean, the emperor is sort of a military figure. Discipline is important. Order is important. Shame, not useful. Guilt, not useful. Negative, shitty self-talk and internal dialogue, not helpful. No. Whatever comes up when you're doing that internal inventory of how you're spending your energy, or maybe if there are discrepancies between this is what I say I want and this is what I do, that is not the time to cut yourself off from yourself some more. That is not the time to cut off your nose to spite your face and be like, I'm such a fucking idiot, I'm this, I'm that, nobody cares, etc., etc. Like, it can be really tempting to want to escape from one crappy fantasy into another crappy fantasy. And that's not what I see for you this month. I see that there is clarity, there's perspective, and with a little bit of clarity and perspective, pulling back and looking at things. I love this, okay? So like I said, 5 of Swords, right? Hovering over your reading. Ace of Swords, sitting in the position of the possibilities, what could happen. And then your key and concluding cards, one after the other. What is, you know, five of Swords plus the 8 of Swords? Ace of Swords is Six of Swords. And I love to see this coming in as the key and the conclusion to your reading, because if the problem is Five of Swords, then Six of Swords says that you actually do find that perspective and move on. Move away from, whether that means literally getting out of a situation or just getting a little bit of, I'm pulling back like my perspective, my mind. I'm going to look at this from with a little bit more objectivity. Then you can heal yourself. King of Cups, healer, heal thyself. Then you find this control. The King of Cups, his trademark is mastery of one's emotions, even amongst tumultuous waters. Matter of fact, the King of Cups does very beautifully in tumultuous waters because he's been to the deep. What is it that they say about the difference between religion and spirituality? Like, oh no, oh, I don't want to butcher it. But basically the idea is that the King of Cups has been to hell. That's the point of the quote, is like, spiritual people have been to hell, religious people fear it, spiritual people have been there. You've been to the depths, Capricorn. You don't get to the heights without having come from the depths. And Spirit is asking you to know that what is in your depths, what it is that you need to pull out and examine and look at and be real with yourself about, that can be your strength. Okay? Like, whoo! There really is a revealing, an enlightening, and a growth, and a sense of purpose, and like a path forward. There's a clarity in March that I feel like has been long. You've been waiting this for a long time. Open your heart. Put your focus where your focus goes, energy flows. So don't put your focus and your energy into things that you don't want or things that you're not sure about. What that you want to grow, put your energy there this month. I feel like the strides that you make will surprise even you, but I feel like they will be surprising in general. And the spotlight is on you, Emperor. Time to build your empire. Time to step into your power. I love it. I love it, Capricorn. What's your empire? What's your goal? How have you been maybe cutting yourself off, and what are you getting a new insight into that's going to like clear the way and make you feel like you're crossing the finish line? Let me know in the comments if you know what this is, or if you have questions about what this is and you know how to figure it out. I would love to hear that. And if you ever want a more personal message, a one-on-one reading, my info is linked below too. I really appreciate you, Capricorn, and I hope that this is helpful for you all month and beyond. And if I don't see you in this week's Magic Monday episode, then I hope I see you in next month's reading. Bye-bye.